So let's start the session, and in this session we'll be looking for 3D modeling of the topographical earth. So let's start. So here we are into our Blender. Let's delete the default cube and go to add. In the mesh section, just add a plane. So let's have a top view. Now in the right hand section, you need to go to the transform section and you need to rescale it. And in the scale section, for the X, you need to create, let's create 360 divisions, and in the Y, let's create 180 divisions. That is similar to the easting and the northing. So this is our plane, as you can see. So that's it. So as you can see, it is getting vanished at some point of time. Then to avoid it, you need to go to the view section, and in the end section you can just increase one more zero to it. So and just enter it, and now you can see your whole plane without any vanishing sections. So let's remove it to this side. Let's have a top view. So we are good to go. So now in the properties section, you need to go to the modifiers. This is the symbol for modifier properties. Go to add modifier and just scroll it down under generate. Then you can find out a subdivision surface. Just select a subdivision surface. You can see it has deformed a rectangle. So just go to the simple so that you can regain your rectangle, and just unselect this optimal display and just go to the wire mesh like this. Now you need to increase this levels viewport. So if I increase it, you can see it has divided my plane. So if I increase it more, it has further subdivided every of the panel into 4 divisions. Now if I further increase it, again it will divide each block into 4 blocks. So that's it. You need to increase it. Let's make it 6 because this is the maximum you can go. Beyond 6 you need to select another divisions. So I'm satisfied with it, but in order to show you, you can increase it by adding one more subdivision surface. I'll select once more, and again I'll increase it to 2. So this time you can see it has further subdivided my surface, and if I further increase it, it will be way more divided. So I'll just keep it 2, and I'll just remove this, unselect this optimal display. Now you can see my plane has been further subdivided, very fine blocks. That's it. That's how we need it. Let's have a top view. Now we need another modifier. Just add one more modifier, and this time we need displays. So in the display section, just add one new texture, and to add a texture you need to show the texture in the texture tab. So just select it, and now we are in the texture tab. This is our texture properties. So you need to select the type as image or movie, keep it as it is. Now you need to select open, and you need to select your SRTM world. I'll provide the link to this file. Open it, and you can see the preview in this section. That's it. Let's jump back. That is the modifier properties. Now in this section, let's have a view. So in the strength section, let's increase the strength. So now you can see the mesh is changing as I am increasing the strength. So you can go to this solid mode, and here you can view the plane has been changing as per the provided image that we have provided the heat map, and according to the heat map the image is changing. So you can increase it a bit more. for having a better view. Okay, let's keep it as 20. That's it. And to the mid level, let's reduce it to 0. We don't need any mid levels to it. So as you can see, this is our world map and the terrain has been increased. So that's it. Let's have a top view again. This is the side view and this is the top view. That's it. That's it. We have applied 3 modifiers successfully. Now let's have the texture. Go to the material properties, add a new material. Now you can rename it from here. But I'll keep it material 0.002 and go to the base color and select image texture. Now in the file view, you just select the worldcolor.jpg, that is the file I am having. You can apply the same texture or you can apply some different texture. So now we have successfully applied the image texture onto our map. Let's have a view. Now go to the shading portion and there you can have a view. That's it. That's a nice view. That's it. Yeah, this is a nice map with a 3D terrain. You can see these are the mountains, these are the Himalayas. That's it. Now if you want, just you can reduce the elevation. Just go to the modifiers with displays and you can reduce the strength if you want. Let's keep the strength as 15 and you can see the elevation has reduced. That's it. I'll keep it 10. That's it. That's a nice view with 3D mapping. So in the material section you can further elaborate the view. I'll just keep it like this. So you can go down and you can change these properties so that you can find the suitable color. I'll change the metallic. I'll increase the metallic texture. So as you can see, the base map is changing. That's it. We have taken it. Then you can also change the specular tint. You can increase it. And similarly, these properties you can just change them and you can find them the suitable map. Let's keep it like this. That's it. That's a nice map that we have generated. That's it. Now in order to create the globe, let's add one more modifier by the name of simple deform. Just go to the modifier properties and add one more modifier by the name of simple deform. So as you can see, it has deformed the map because we have not set the origin. So we need to set our origin. For that, go to add section, go to empty and add plane axis. So this time you can see in the scene collection there is an empty axis that is there. Again select your plane and go to the modifiers and define the origin as empty. So you can see it has brought back, but it's not that much into the shape. So I'll just unselect this twist and I'll just select this bend. So now we have successfully applied 3 modifiers and we have mapped our image onto the 3D model. Next, what we need to do, we need to convert it into a globe. So for that, we need to reorient it and then just select RX90 in this direction, so that when I select Y direction, so you can see the map. That's it. We need to apply one more modifier by the name of simple deform. So you can see the simple deform has disrupted our image. That's because we have not set the origin. Let's set the origin as empty. Now we have some kind of similarity with the previous image, but it is twisted because we have selected the twist. We have to apply the bend, and you can see the image has bent. That's sort of what we wanted. So let's increase the bend and see what happens. Let's increase it. So you can see it is bending more. So we have selected 180-degree bend. Let's add one more modifier by the name of simple deform again. Again, it has twisted, so I'll just add one more empty axis. So you can see empty 0.001. Go to modifier section, select your plane, go to modifier section, and in the simple deform, select the origin as empty 0.001. Convert the axis to Y, convert the axis to Z. So that's it. Halfway done. Let's add one more modifier. Go to simple deform, select it once again. So it has again deformed the image because we have not set the origin. So let's select another empty axis so that we can get our image back. This is somewhat familiar, but it's again twisted because we have selected the twist. Let's convert it to bend. This is way more familiar. So let's change the axis to Z axis. Now we are talking in business. We can see the curve. We can see what we are doing here. So let's make this angle as 360 so that we can get a complete globe. Hit the enter button and we are good to go. Yeah, this is a nice map that we have generated. That's it, with detailed terrains. That's it.